All right, Aeropup fans, Don Fielden here from Aeropup USA and Fielden Aero LLC, giving you an update on the cowling fabrication that we're doing for the Aeropup. Normally I open these videos up with you staring at my ugly mug here and rattling off something interesting, I'm sure. Today we'll do the opening shot of the control tower here at Lakeland Linder Regional Airport with that nice blue Florida sky in the background. This is a typical hot, humid summer day in Florida. Oh, I love it. Let me pan around here to the airplane. That's really what you want to look at. So this is a second video in a series of videos that I'll do as we get to the final cowling for this airplane. To refresh your memory from the previous video I did last week, this is we have to fabricate a cowling to fit around the UL 350 IS engine. That's a pretty wide engine relative to the dimensions of this airplane, and so it takes a special cowling to house that engine. We started off with the Rotax cowling. This is the typical cowling that comes with the Rotax engine mated to the Aeropup, and we offer those as an option, either separate, you have your own engine, or somebody wants to buy a Rotax Firewall forward package, and of course that will include the cowling. Modifications we did to this cowling here from the Rotax is, if you see this gap here, we had to move it forward from the fuselage 1 inch. So basically we need an additional inch clearance here to account for the lengthwise of the engine and the mounting location relative to the firewall. And then the rest are just cutouts we're doing here to really make room for the bafflings on both sides of the engine. This is a roughly cut shaped baffling box for this engine. It will be trimmed down a little bit more after we start doing some of the layups, so we make sure we get the dimensions precise. The fiberglass layup that we're going to do will come down here, bubble up around, and then swing over the top of the baffle box, and then will be blended into the top surface of the cowling, as you see here. And then of course we'll have to round that out from an aerodynamic standpoint. The last thing we'll do on the cowling as we march towards final fabrication is we will shape these inlet holes to align with the baffling box for this engine. Swing around here to the other side, you see the same thing. Rough shape of the baffling. We're pretty confident we're going to take this down a little bit more and counter it better to the cowling. But again, we'll lay up the fiberglass that will go over this top here, and that will drive what the final dimensions are of sort of the two variables. We have to make sure we get the right amount of air through this baffling box and then shape it so that it looks nice and shapely on the cowling. And then also we will, right now you see an open gap back here, we will round that gap off, so it'll be just an aerodynamic bubble sitting out front here. You can see the oil cooler, which is a necessity for the UL engine. That's a rather large oil cooler for this engine, but boy, it's definitely effective. Then we'll fare that off so that everything flows nice and smooth with the engine. Okay, that's you see over here, this is the bushing adapter. I have painter's tape over the bushings now, but this is what mates with our in-flight adjustable pitch propeller that is normally on this airplane. Okay, that's it. Check back often. I'll post some pictures and I'll do another video update here in a couple days. All right, Don Fielden with Fielden Aero. Everybody take care. Ciao.